like I definitely like see him like picking up on these lessons, and it's like really fun to be able to like share these experiences with him as well. Like even just going out for a run when he's on his mountain bike, and if he falls down, I'm like, okay, like, does anything hurt? No. Okay. Like, let's get back up. Like it's okay. You know, like that's just part of like learning. Like, yeah, that was a new rock that we didn't go over last time, you know? So it's just kind of like these little tidbits of experience that I'm sure like he'll keep picking up on over time, but just trying to like show him that mom and dad work together to make these things work that we care about. And yeah, and it just takes like dedication and hard work. There's people who have had great success at doing like Western States and UTMB and like crushing both of them,
right.
You know?
We're not all Courtney.
Yeah, yeah. But like, that's just not like me, you know? And I kind of like learned the past few years of like trying to do like a super mountainous 50-mile race and then a super mountainous 100K race and going to Europe twice in a year. And like, it just didn't work for me. And so this year I'm like, okay, I only want to travel to Europe once for a race. Like I feel like whenever I try to go 2 times in a year, it's just like too much for me. Yeah. And like I can't, like when I get back from Europe, like I can't sleep in, or you know, like I can't like catch up on sleep. Like my toddler wakes up at 5:50 or 6 a.m. without fail, you know? So like...
Well, the answer is you got to take your toddler to Europe.
Well, he has come. He has come. We have a great photo of him at Worlds, and he's like taking a nap with a Mexican flag as a blanket on top of like a mountain. It's amazing. I'll show you. But
what I love about the kids of Ultra is like these kids are getting to see the world, and they're getting this culture that most people don't get. Like Mike Wardian and what he did with his 2 kids as they grew up, like they saw literally every continent, including Antarctica.
That's amazing.
And like with Hayden and what his kids are doing and like spending time in New Zealand and
so cool.
Like, and they're homeschooling them and like they're getting access to this culture that, you know, I had this realization that as I drove cross country once that like most people don't see any of this at all, ever. And they like don't leave more than 100 miles from their home. And it's like wild what's out there. And it's so cool to experience other people and other cultures and other places and food.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like very lucky that we're able to travel to Europe, and like of course now like with support makes it financially a bit easier, but I feel like our son is growing up with such cool experiences. Like my husband is from Mexico, so we'll spend a month or 2 down there with his family every year, which is of course like such a different experience than here. And yeah, like I love bringing him on trips. Last year, actually, this race in Spain that I did, it was the first time my husband and I had been on a trip by ourselves since he was born. So that was like kind of nice, but I also missed him. My son. And yeah, so I think like he'll definitely come to UTMB this year with us, and we'll see. Like one challenge is just getting childcare while we're there, because my husband and I are both working during the day. Like we both work remotely. So usually we're not taking vacation time, like however long we're staying before the race. So it's like we need to either send him to summer camp or like find a nanny or something. So it's like, it definitely adds another layer of like complexity when traveling to races, but it is such a cool experience to have him there with us and like see these things. And like he always asks now, like, but Mom, I want to come to the race with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, but it's only in Phoenix. Like, you'll be fine. We can go another time. So yeah.
He didn't want to see historic New River.
I mean, he told me he wanted to come, but it was just that, like, if we bring the whole family, then, like, the dog, what we do with the dog, and, like, Phoenix, it's so close. It's just a quick trip, and,
What does he think about the running?
My son? I mean, I think...
What do you want him to think about the running?
Yeah, I guess what I want him to think is that Mom is chasing her goals and not just, you know, catering to like my every need, and she's working hard. She is like dreaming big and like working towards those big goals like every morning. And I just want him to see like, I guess, like dedication and like hard work. And I guess for him to know that like his parents can chase their goals, and it doesn't mean that like we love him any less, because obviously that time like we're not necessarily spending with him. But that's just like good. Like everyone needs their own like time too. Like whether it's doing some sort of art or sports, or you know what I mean? And he's like into his own sports, which is super fun. And I'm just like trying to teach him like, okay, you know, we can get back up when we fall down, and like we're always like learning new things, and like when we learn, sometimes we do fall down, and that's okay. And I don't know, just kind of like little tidbits of information that like I hope he takes throughout his life. So
I was just making sure the camera was on, because the last 2 minutes there, that was gold.
Oh, oh God.
I think that's the whole epitome of it, right? It's like this thing we play in this sandbox of running, and it's just a microcosm for all the other stuff that we should or get to do. Maybe a question for you to answer to the parents who might be listening. Has there been intentionality around how you position running for him, and how you think about demonstrating, you know, we set big goals and sometimes we don't hit them, or we fall down but we get back up again? Is there intentionality with that? Is he old enough to like start to understand what that means, or is it really just he's seeing it and eventually he'll kind of get it?
Yeah, I mean, I think like he definitely is old enough. Like he'll be turning 4 in a few weeks. So he definitely is picking up on some of these lessons. And I think I'll take him running probably once a week. Like my husband and I divide the weekend days. So like one day
run
is...
at 4?
What?
I'm just
kidding. No, he's not that into running, unfortunately, so far. But the good thing is he can ride a mountain bike. So like we can still go trail running on flat stuff. And like half the time I'm like pushing him out the hills, but
good strength
just
training.
Like it's extra training. Yeah. Yeah. So we divide the weekend days. So, like one day will be mine, and I can go do my long run. And then like one day will be Tony's, and he can go do whatever he wants to do that day. So I mean, I'm just hoping that like our son is kind of picking up on like teamwork, and like women can also do anything that like men do, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just want him to see me as like tough and like resilient. And like he sees me in races sometimes. Like at Worlds, he saw me and I was dying at like the top of the same climb where he was, well, I guess he was napping, so he didn't necessarily see me. But he did see me at other parts of the race, like right after the race. And I was literally just like laying on the ground, but like he was there and like he saw me, and then like he saw me get back up, and like he saw me happy. And I don't know, like I'm sure he does, like he's probably not picking up on every little thing, but like I do see him taking some of the lessons like into his own sports. Like he's been skiing this winter, and he was racing BMX in the fall, and like swimming. So like I definitely like see him like picking up on these lessons, and it's like really fun to be able to like share these experiences with him as well. Like even just going out for a run when he's on his mountain bike, and if he falls down, I'm like, okay, like does anything hurt? No. Okay, like let's get back up. Like it's okay. You know, like that's just part of like learning. Like, yeah, that was a new rock that we didn't go over last time, you know? So it's just kind of like these little tidbits of experience that I'm sure like he'll keep picking up on over time, but just trying to like show him that mom and dad work together to make these things work that we care about. And yeah, and it just takes like dedication and hard work.